If you think communism was defeated with the fall of the Berlin Wall, think again. The late great Margaret Thatcher once said, "Communism never sleeps, never changes its objectives, nor must we." While the methods communists use to achieve their objectives have changed, their aims remain the same. Friedrich Engels, the co-author of the Communist Manifesto, described the aims of communism like this: "The abolition of private property is, doubtless, the shortest and most significant way to characterise the revolution in the whole social order which has been made necessary by the development of industry, and, for this reason, it's rightly advanced by the communists as their main demand. Simply put, the goal of communism or socialism is, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy." I think you've heard that before recently. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels co-published the Communist Manifesto in 1848. In it, they outlined the aims of the growing communist movement in Europe. Marx wrote, "The proletariat, the working class, will use its political supremacy to wrest by degrees all capital, that's money and property, from the bourgeoisie to centralise all instruments of production in the hands of the state. This cannot be effected except by means of measures, therefore, which necessitates further inroads upon the old social order." In other words, the working class must unite and seize all of the land and property from the landowners and place everything under the control of the new communist state. This would supposedly bring an end to economic inequality, but how would the revolution come about? Well, with further inroads upon the old social order. The old social order is essentially the traditional family structure and landowners in general. Marx viewed the family as the vehicle that transmitted the bourgeoisie values that opposed communism, going so far as to write, "Abolition of the family, even the most radical flare up at this infamous proposal of the communists. On what foundation is the present family, the bourgeoisie family, based? On capital, on private gain. The bourgeoisie family will vanish as a matter of course with the vanishing of capital." In some sense, Marx was right. The family and the church are great defenders against communism, which is why the communists want to dismantle them. Russia experienced a communist revolution in 1917, but in Western nations, the communist strategy had to shift to what has been called the long march through the institutions. In 1915, the Italian Marxist Antonio Gramsci wrote, "Socialism is precisely the religion that must overwhelm Christianity. In the new order, socialism will triumph by first capturing the culture via the infiltration of schools, universities, churches, and the media, by transforming the consciousness of society."
You're not trying to capture the barracks and the post office and the railway station and advance on the Winter Palace wearing fur hats and carrying bayonets. What you capture is the television studio and the comprehensive school and the university and the law office and the courtroom. And you also capture everything. You capture literature and the way it's taught. You capture history as well.
In Australia, the communists didn't storm the buildings. They changed what happens within them. When you control the schools, you indoctrinate the children into progressive ideology. When you control the media, you bombard people with left-wing propaganda. When you control the universities, you promote socialism and identity politics rhetoric and demonise traditional morality and Western history. When you control the churches, you conflate Marxism with Christianity. When you control the bureaucracies, you demonise religion and impose cumbersome taxes. At every point, you attack the traditional nuclear family. The idea is that if you repeat and enforce a lie enough, it can't be resisted. Strong families make a strong nation of independent citizens. A return to these values across Australia will see our nation becoming freer and flourishing. We must snip the bureaucratic red tape, scrap the burdensome taxes, and preserve the old social order of religion, family, and private property. Communism never sleeps, but if we understand it, we can defeat it.